The next movie I worked on after Beauty and the Beast was called King of the Jungle. And I couldn't get anybody to work on it. So I'd go to the animators. They were all going to work on Pocahontas. It's a really great movie. And I said, this is King of the Jungle. It's kind of the Joseph story from the Bible about a character who grows up. This character grows up in a wealthy family, royalty, and then is exiled to the wilderness and comes back unrecognized. But it's also kind of Bambi, and we were going to set it in Africa. And we're going to hire that great African composer, Elton John, to write the music for it. And then we changed the name to The Lion King. So nobody wanted to work on it. And I think my shirt's going to catch on fire. No, I'm fine. So it was a really unusual movie in that the A-list of animators went off and worked on Pocahontas and other things. But what I got were people who needed an opportunity, and they saw an opportunity. So I got a lot of B-list animators who had never led a character before. Animators are actors, so they're creating a performance, but they're creating it with a pencil on a piece of paper or with a mouse and a keypad. I got a lot of people who really wanted that opportunity, and they were hungry and young. And they brought those characters to life. The first thing we did on that movie, we animated the opening song, which was called Circle of Life. And it turned out well, and it was just this big pageant, kind of an anthem, all the animals coming to pay respects to the newborn king, and then Rafiki, this baboon, holds him up, and everybody cheers. And it was kind of good. So the studio said, well, let's release that as a teaser trailer. And they did. So they put the first 4 minutes of the movie out as a teaser trailer. And everybody said, oh my God, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. It was fantastic. Is the rest of the movie like that? And I would say, yeah. The rest of the movie was in shambles. It was awful. There was nothing there. I mean, it was, it's a story about, the real story of Lion King is it's about a lion cub that gets framed for murder. And he runs away until he decides, oh, I better go back and claim his kingdom, which was his dad's kingdom, because his dad got murdered by his uncle. That's the story. It's not that fancy. So it was a mess. We had hired to play Mufasa, we had hired Sean Connery. It's a terrible idea. We thought, oh, there's just no iconic patriarchal African-American actors out there, so let's get Sean Connery. So then we thought, God, we're stupid. So then we went with James Earl Jones and put together this ensemble of actors. And not until 6 months before the movie came out did that movie come together. I mean, it was really, really, really a mess. The songs were pretty good, but the connective tissue and the scenes and nothing about it was quite working. So that was a process, like all movies, like all projects. No matter what you do in your life, your projects, it's okay for them to be a mess. The first 5 or 6 times we put a movie up and look at it, it's awful. The first time is awful. You want to drink. When we put it up about 5 times, we take it out to an audience. So we'll go out to an AMC theater and show it, and you want to throw up in the men's room. It's difficult because now you're sharing this, what is supposed to be a precious gift with the audience. Here's the first screening of The Lion King. And you know it's not very good, and they tell you that. But what I learned is you want that. You want to be brutally honest about yourself.